in. We've got this whole stack of sources, articles, notes, research, all about Memphis icon Young Dolph, Adolph Thornton Jr.
Yeah, and our goal today really is to pull out the key takeaways, kind of give you the essential story.
Exactly, a shortcut to understanding his journey, from his roots right through to the legacy he left.
And those roots, well, they're deep in Memphis, Tennessee, even though he was actually born in Chicago.
Right, a brief time there, but Memphis really shaped him.
Totally. Growing up in those vibrant but often pretty tough neighborhoods, the sources mention he was mainly raised by his grandmother.
Yeah, and they really stress how she instilled this incredible resilience in him, dealing with poverty, those kinds of challenges.
You see it reflected later on, that drive.
Absolutely. And Memphis itself, the musical history there is just huge.
So for sure, blues, rock and roll, and then, hip-hop, like 3-6 Mafia, that whole atmosphere.
It wasn't just background noise for him, was it? Music became like an escape.
An escape, yeah, and a way to tell his story. He had this tension, right, between, academic smarts and the pull of the streets.
And he started channeling that pretty young, started writing raps around 16.
Yeah, the sources highlight that. Already honing his craft, figuring out he could make something meaningful from his own experiences, turning life into lyrics.
Okay, now this part's really interesting. His entry into the industry. He went independent right away.
Which was pretty bold back then. No waiting for a big label.
He was using platforms like YouTube, SoundCloud. This is back in the late 2000s. Way ahead of the curve in some ways.
Definitely. Building that direct connection. And then his first mixtape, Paper Route campaign in 2008.
Right. And mixtapes then were different. Kind of like free projects to build buzz, street cred.
Exactly. And that one, it really put him on the map locally in Memphis. It was raw, authentic. It was him.
And his sound started to solidify pretty quickly, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just generic. It was Memphis. That gritty heartbeat,
That booming bass, the sharp snares.
Yeah, that signature sound. But he mixed it with lyrics that were just really authentic, relatable.
There was the bravado, sure, but also vulnerability.
Exactly. And his delivery, almost conversational. Like, he was talking right to you, just pulled you in.
So, connecting that to the bigger picture, choosing independence wasn't just like an artistic thing.
No, it was smart business too.
Yeah.
That led him to start his own label, Paper Route Empire, PRE.
PRE, right. Which he really formalized, around the mid-2010s, maybe 2016, 2017?
Somewhere around there seems to be the consensus. And the key thing was control. Artistic freedom, owning his masters, stuff artists often fight for.
And PRE became more than just his label, didn't it?
Yeah, it grew into a platform, bringing up other Memphis artists, keeping it rooted.
Then came the big breakthrough album, King of Memphis, 2016, that title alone.
Big statement, yeah. And it really did position him as like the guy carrying the Memphis sound nationally.
Tracks like Get Paid, they just hit different, became anthems.
For sure. Reflected that grind, that independent hustle.
But, it wasn't an easy road. This raises the question of challenges. The sources mention label rejections, obviously, but also some really serious incidents, life-threatening stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. He faced some incredible adversity.
So how did he handle that? How did he keep pushing?
Well, the key thing seems to be resilience. He didn't just endure it. He channeled it, put it right back into the music, into his determination.
So it became part of the story, fuel for the fire.
Exactly. It reinforced that authentic narrative he had, made it even more real.
So beyond the music, beyond the business, what else really stands out?
His commitment to Memphis, to his community. That comes through loud and clear in the sources.
And it wasn't just like writing checks, right? It was hands-on.
Incredibly hands-on. It shows he saw his success as something to share, a way to lift up the community that made him. It wasn't just about personal gain.
It's a powerful mix, isn't it? The music, the business, whole thing on authenticity, on independence, and then, gave back. So, thinking about all this, what really resonates with you?
Maybe that resilience combined with the creativity, or just the sheer foresight of building his own thing independently.
Or perhaps that sense of responsibility, that feeling that when you make it, you got done there, definitely.
Yeah.